Hi everybody, Ninja Bola here, and today we're going to be looking at this new No Cure album. It is going to get dark. This, right here, ladies and gentlemen, is how you do your first album. This is how you do it. And I'm going to tell you why. Here are the track ratings and track listings right here. It is really hard to pick a favorite here, because there's so many good songs around here. Oh my goodness, the ads. The amount of ads on Album of the Year is crazy. Sorry, I had to get out of the way, but favorite on this, it's gotta go with When the Spasms Cease, because that was an absolutely fantastic opener, but unfortunately the second track after that wasn't really fantastic. The Oblivion Crusade. So that's my least favorite. Now, obviously, this is a beatdown hardcore album. I'm obviously gonna have one or two problems with it, because I'm not the biggest fan of beatdown hardcore out there. However, I will say is that it did do the most with what it possibly could. Sure, there are still some, unnecessarily fast transitions. There is a little bit too much, there is too much going on with this album at times. However, the transitions, the mood switches, pacing switches, sometimes are absolutely fantastic and super smooth. Again, sometimes it can go a little bit too fast when it comes to pacing, smooth, tone switches, and all that stuff. Sometimes the switches could be a little fast, but most of the time, it's done absolutely fantastically, or whatever you want to say it. Now, for Oblivion Crusade, I wish it was longer, because if you're doing... I'm not a huge fan of, non-interludes that are less than 2 minutes. If a song is less than 2 minutes, it should probably be an interlude, just like how Dawn Patrol is less than 2 minutes, and it's a very decent interlude. However, I cannot complain too much about it. I can't give it a super low rating, because the actual interlude, I Am Still Freaking Straight Edge, is less than a minute long, which does extend the range of track lengths. I do complain about track lengths at times, because if the tracks are a little too close in terms of the length and range of how long the track is, then little differences are gonna feel like big differences. So 2 minutes can feel like, well, just 2 minutes, but 3 minutes can feel like 6 minutes. I hope you get what I'm saying. So those are my two main problems with this album. Now let's get to what I love about it. The instrumentation is really good, and the vocals are absolutely fantastic. Oh, wait, I forgot to mention the features. The features are fine. I didn't really like, where is it? Come on. I didn't really like, Brain Matter's Displacement, feature with Bayway, New Jersey, or Bayway NJ. Never heard of them before. Most of the features are really good. It's just that one feature isn't really, fantastic. But aside from that, the features are rather decent. Alright, oh, come on. The ads I mentioned earlier really bothers me. Okay, so finally, now we can get to what I absolutely love about this album. The vocals are absolutely fantastic, and how they mix together with each other, when two vocal styles are going on at the same time, really does a good job here. And this felt like the transitions between the songs were absolutely fantastic as well, as this album felt like one big massive song, one big massive 32-minute chaotic song. There was also just so many good songs off this album, and the lyrics were also very fantastic. Tackling details with self-deprecation and all that stuff. And it also did try to do some things. It was a little experimental at times with trying to tackle, a power ballad or a short guitar solo. Sure, it was short, but at least you're trying new things with a guitar solo, even if it's like 10 seconds. Like, this album was not afraid to take risks. This album was not afraid at all. I have no words for this album than to just can't believe that this is your first album. This is your first album? I really hope it gets better on from here, because I will keep watch of this band. I will keep watch of this new band, or new and up-and-coming band, No Cure, because I am now super excited for their next studio album. I know they have done a bit of, like, studio EPs before, so I will also, take a look at those as soon as they come out. But for this being your first album, this is absolutely incredible. Now, I would give this like a strong 8 if this wasn't like their first album, because sure, the feature on the Bayway, New Jersey feature wasn't fantastic. Oblivion Crusade could have been longer, and yes, the beatdown hardcore problems with things going too fast, too much going at the same time, too much transitioning, all that stuff. But this is your first album. This is your first album. You are really making a statement here. And that is why I am giving this album a light 9 with the check mark of must listen. 100% a must listen if you love beatdown hardcore, deathcore, metalcore, whatnot. This is a must listen right here. I do think Concealer's This Is Goodbye is a bit better than this. It's still Concealer's This Is Goodbye is still my favorite beatdown hardcore record. But hey, at least we do have some competition here for like best beatdown hardcore album of all time, at least for 2026. I haven't listened to Knock Loose yet, so there's that. So, if you have any recommendations for albums or EPs, studio works, make sure you comment them down below in the comment section down below, or you can recommend me them an album of the year. To learn how to do that, go to this video on one of my 2 playlists, Metal Album Reviews 2026 or Ninja Wars Classic Albums, how to recommend albums on Album of the Year. So if you want to recommend me an album on Album of the Year, watch that video to learn how to do that. Make sure you like, subscribe, send this video to a friend, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.